Hi. I brushed my teeth just for you. Wait. There we go. Hi. Uh, how are you? I'm well. I haven't really done much today. Watched some movies. Read a little bit. Told myself I would do a little bit of work. Then didn't. Highly motivated being. Told myself it was because I had a really tough day yesterday. Really, I just wanted to DOS, so I'm going to make up for it tomorrow and be pretty awesome. That's the plan anyway. Just finished watching a really good film. It's a docu-film by Chris Rock called Good Hair, and basically he goes around interviewing lots of black women, lots of black American women who, okay, so the thing to realise is that black women in general are obsessed with their hair and straightening their hair and making sure their hair is shiny and amazing and all of the rest of it, and we live for the dream of, being a Naomi or a Tyra Banks and having, thick fringe and long straight hair down to your buttocks. And I won't lie, I did actually have the Tyra Banks hairstyle last Christmas, had weave put in. And I'm going to force you to watch this film. I think it's you'll probably think it's stupid because it's so alien from you, but it definitely rings home. And in the film, he just basically explores this idea that black women, are slaves to their hair. I mean, it's like there were some interesting stats. Like supposedly in the U.S., black people account for 20% of the population, but 80% of the amount spent on hair products, which I won't say I'm surprised at all. I mean, myself alone, I probably spend... Okay, so I spend £30 on relaxer. That's once every 2 months. So that's £180 a year on relaxer. Then in order to get it relaxed, that's £25, and that's very cheap. And my relaxer is expensive, so I suppose it evens out. But £25, 25 times 6, 150, so that's 280, 330. Then a treatment, I mean, I get mine, she knocks £10 off my treatment, so I only get it for 15. But the average woman would pay 25, so you're meant to get that done once a month. So we're on 330. Then 25 times 12, so 250. So that's 300. So that's 630. And that's a bare minimum. I mean, usually black women have more done. Like, we don't really like washing our hair ourselves because it's a bit of a task if you only do it like once a fortnight. I mean, most of my friends think I'm obsessive doing it once a week, and people like Delali, dirty girl, think she does it about twice a year. And before you go, ew, that's disgusting. I mean, our hair's very, very different to a lot of ethnicities. I mean, our gene pool was bred for a very, very dry, a very, very humid climate, so our hair is very, very dry and doesn't really get greasy. In fact, quite the opposite. We have to put natural oils into our hair, or synthetic oils sometimes. Most of the time, now that I think about it, I think the natural oil thing kicked in the 90s, mid-90s, yeah. And anyway, so, do you know that women in the US spend up to $35,000 for a wig, which will then be replaced every 6 weeks, or she will know that one that expensive will probably be replaced about every 6 months. So can you imagine $70,000, and that's just on the weave itself. That's not on the person actually putting the weave into your hair and you having to come in every 4 to 6 weeks to have it washed and treated and taken care of. It's just absolutely insane. And all to make ourselves look slightly more Caucasian and acceptable. And there's this, it's over here too, but I think it's probably a lot stronger over there. There's this idea that you can't really be taken seriously as a professional if you don't have nice straight hair. And it's definitely something that even I feel the pressure of. My hairdresser is always telling me that no, don't go back to natural. Natural is for 17-year-old girls and all the rest of it. And to some extent I agree, but I know it sounds stupid to say, but if I had a little sister or daughter, I would hate to think that she saw her natural hair as being inferior to something else. It's just absurd to think that you can only be beautiful if you have straight hair like a Caucasian or an Indian girl, or that you would pay. I think the most I've ever paid, well, I've only had weave once, and I had it in Ghana, so you can imagine how favourable the currency was. Even then, I paid almost £100 for it, and it looked awesome for all of a month. Well, actually, a few people in the lab said that it was just too weird. It's kind of around the same time that I bought the blue eye contacts, but I don't think you ever saw me with my weave. But it's just absurd. So I think I'm gonna cut all of my hair off. Maybe next year sometime, January, February. Then, when it grows longer, I'm gonna have dreads. Not big old clunky nasty ones like Rastafari or weird punk ass 19-year-old white boys with flesh tunnels have. But nice thin ladylike ones that you can put into a bun. And I'm really looking forward to it. It's something to look forward to. Well, that's my thought for the day. My one thought for the day. Yeah. You see a lot of my armpit. Maybe I should edit out. You just have this portion of me. Toothy smile for the camera. Well, they definitely look. I think they're getting progressively yellow. I'm going to have to do something about that. I stopped using whitening toothpaste, and I think it was a big mistake. I'm getting all spotty again. Ironically, after I started using the anti-spot cream that I'd stopped using because I was too busy when my spots cleared up. I don't know whether you agree, but I think I'm onto some big old conspiracy. Looking forward to having you back so much. Yeah, I think about you. Obviously, because I have nothing to do while you have tons to do. Well, tons to see and experience and eat. Don't get sick. Don't eat anything that's cooled down. You'll get sick. You get dysentery. It's not nice. I know. Yeah. But if you should get dysentery, it means that we'll both be lactose intolerant. And that would be nice. Us both avoiding creamy things together. As opposed to someone shoving creamy stuff and me happily going to eat it and then you whinging because you might end up farting a lot or something. But anyway, I better go because YouTube won't take anything that's bigger than 10 minutes. Love you. Bye bye.